Now, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on Thursday fired back at former Senator Joe Lieberman, who said that he hopes that AOC is not the future of the Democratic Party. Now, he talked to host Neil Cavuto on Fox Business News, where they almost never talk about business, by the way. He slammed AOC by saying, "With all respect, I certainly hope she's not the future." And I don't believe she is. She's gotten a lot of attention because she's different. She's controversial. But if you look at the majority of new Democrats in the House, they tend to be, I say, center-left, if they are not left-left. Well, look, Overton window is still massively to the right. And let's be completely fair about that. But a lot of the new Democrats in the House aren't centrists. Okay, center-left, yeah, it's maybe fair. But look, let's be honest, a lot of AOC's positions are actually center-left. They're not like super radical. Medicare for All is deeply popular, and it's basically the standard in every other industrialized country. Also, higher wages. That's not a super left position. That is a mainstream moderate position with tons and tons of actual support from regular people. So these programs are deeply popular. Unlike, of course, Joe Lieberman, who is not very popular. But look, I want to give you some of the Democrats that are along the vein of AOC. For example, you have Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, AOC, of course, Rahul Grijalva, Ro Khanna, who were both incumbents, Ayanna Pressley, and Pramila Jayapal, among many others. So, look, we've got a lot of progressives in office. So, and that's just a start. And besides, the reason that she's making waves is not because she's controversial. Again, as I mentioned, on policy, she resonates with the majority of the American people. And the establishment, unfortunately, cannot stand that. And it's also, interestingly, why Republicans are so obsessed with her. They do not have a counter to her policies, which again are very popular. And of course, she fights for those policies. She fights for those policies. Now, of course, upon hearing this, AOC hit back against Lieberman in a tweet, and I love it. She said, "New party, who dis?" That's pretty funny. The point being, of course, is why should anybody care what Joe Lieberman has to say? Now, he's not even a Democrat. Oh, I can actually do that too. That's funny because that's something that the Hillary stands love to say all the time about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is not a Democrat. Oh yeah, well, why are you going to listen to Joe Lieberman then? Joe Lieberman's he's not a Democrat either. Again, to me, that's not an actual convincing argument, but they love using it. So, but look, he backed John McCain back in 2008 over Barack Obama. Now, if you're a Hillary stan, if you're establishment Republican, you're part of Donut Twitter, you should look at that as the ultimate betrayal. Oh, how dare you not back the beloved Barack Obama? How dare you back John McCain? But wait, a lot of the Hillary voters actually also backed John McCain. More so than Bernie backers backed Trump in 2016. Oh, they tend to ignore that. They do. Not only that, but he helps stop good policy like the public option, which would have been a step towards single payer during the ACA fight. He refused to back the public option, and so this is why we don't have at least something that would be right now a Band-Aid, but also a step towards single payer. That's why we don't have that right now. You can thank Joe Lieberman for that. Weird. It's almost as if this guy shouldn't have any say in the Democratic Party. Well, again, with all those listed, it's not my requirements. This is the requirements from, centrist Democrats. Like, he's not even a Democrat, guys. So he shouldn't have any say in Democratic policy. Whereas AOC is an actual Democrat. I'm just saying. But of course, if you're that much of a Hillary stan, you probably will ignore that and will continue to go on hating Bernie Sanders and people like him for primary Democrats and not being part of the party. But wait, What did Lieberman do? Oh, right. When he lost, he quit the Democratic Party and then primaried the guy, Ned Lamont, who beat him. And he actually won. So all the stuff that he did that you hate that Bernie Sanders had done, you love in Joe Lieberman. Maybe it's because he's not a progressive. Maybe it's the policy that scares you and not the people. Maybe it's the fact that he is for that Bernie Sanders and AOC and all these progressives are for Medicare for all, single payer, that they're for a $15 living wage, and that they're for free college, and they're for breaking up banks, and that scares you. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.